This is PC747 with the nextup.net. Today's video is designed to walk you through the complete setup of your Samsung Galaxy Note 9. This video is to help people who are either new to Android or need a simple step-by-step process to setting up their device from out of the box. I hope this video will help you get from store to setup as soon as possible. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions on a future video or ways I can improve, please leave your comments below. Thank you, and let's get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and look around your device real quick. So you're going to see on your right, you have your power button. On the top, that's where you have your slot to put your SD card and for you to put your SIM card. You go to your left, you see your volume button and the Bixby button. On the bottom, that's where you have your 3.5 millimeter headphone jack and your USB Type-C charger. So let's go ahead and get you started by having you use the SIM card that comes with your device. You're gonna see it in the packaging right here. Go ahead and pull that out. You wanna stick that little pin side into the top part of your SIM card tray. Go ahead and pop it out. And once you get it out, you're gonna notice an indentation right there. That indentation right there should be where you put your SIM card, whether it be, it's gonna be a micro SIM card as well, by the way. Put that in there. A nano SIM, I'm sorry, it'll be a SIM card. Put that in, and also you go ahead and put your SD card at this point as well. So go ahead and throw that in there. Make sure you put it in the correct way. Again, look at the indentation. It should slide and hold in place. And then you should be able to pop the tray back in where your holes line up, the tray lines up, and it should slide in easily. If you're having a hard time getting the tray in, you may have the device or the tray in upside down, or you may have the card in the wrong way. So it should slide in pretty easily from here. Once you get the tray back in, everything's set, go ahead, push and hold the power button to power on your device. It's going to take a little bit as it's going to go through the power on screen. You're going to get the initial Samsung logo. If your phone is through a carrier, you'll probably get your carrier logo right here. And then it'll power on. So once you get on, you're gonna go ahead and get started. Now, you're gonna see these prompts here are very, very helpful. So it's gonna walk you through a lot of what you need to do to get set up. So the first thing you're gonna wanna do, go ahead and follow the prompts right here. Click on which one. And if you have a Samsung account, you're gonna be prompted to do that right there. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and skip that. I'm gonna go ahead and go to my Google account. Now, if you have any Google account, whether it be a Gmail, if you have a Gmail address or whatever, that's pretty much what you can use for your Google account. If you don't have one, now would be a good time to set one up. I actually do have one, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in my credentials right now. Once you put it on through there, if you have two-step verification, which I do, it's going to actually send you a code. Now, I'm actually using two devices for this, so it's going to send my code to another device. And if you're like me, that's, grab your other device, type in your code, it should be all set. The next thing it's going to do, now if you are using a carrier SIM, it's going to go ahead and go through the steps of recognizing that SIM right now. And I highly recommend, because you're going to have an option to sign into a Wi-Fi. I recommend you actually set up your device at your house or somewhere you have Wi-Fi connection. The reason why, because when you initially set up your phone, especially if you're coming from another Google account or you bring a lot of accounts in, the initial setup is going to be where you're going to use a lot of data here. So this is where it would be a good idea to be hooked up to your Wi-Fi. That way you're not utilizing a bunch of data out of the back, just setting up your device. So me personally, I'm going to go ahead and connect my Wi-Fi device right here and then go through the setup. Next, you're going to see it's going to ask you to go through your security settings. We're going to go over later each step of security that you can have. For now, I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to add a fingerprint with a backup of the pattern. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. Okay, you got your Wi-Fi in, you got your security set up. We hit yes, no. You're going to now have the option to choose which apps you want to have pre-installed, which you want to have removed. This comes in handy, say, for example, you want to use Gmail, but you may not want to use something else, or vice versa. You can go ahead and check and uncheck this here. For now, I'm going to go ahead and just leave everything as is, and we'll show you later how we can make adjustments later. All right, so phone powered on. We all set. So the first thing I personally like to do when I first power up my device is go ahead and go into the Play Store and go ahead and whatever prompts it gives you, I'm going to hit OK. And what I want to do is go ahead and, especially if you're coming from another device, is allow all your apps to install. Because pretty much with that going on in the background, it's going to take up a lot of resources and it's going to slow down pretty much doing what you want to do. And if, like I said, with everything trying to get installed, your device going to get warm, I personally like to go ahead and let everything go ahead and install. I'll put my phone to the side and let it do its thing. In fact, this is something I kind of recommend for those setting up a new device. Yeah, do this like on a weekend or after work, when you have time to do this. I personally wouldn't recommend doing this on your way out the door because, when you're rushing, that's when you want to forget an app or you're trying to get everything set up and it's not set up the way you want to. I mean, I understand the excitement. You got a brand new device. You can't wait to get it set up and show everybody that, hey, I got a brand new device. So, that's understood. But if you can, if you can wait till after work when you have time, or especially on the weekend, you kick back, you're watching the game, watching some Netflix or whatever you're watching, a movie or something, this would be a great time to set up your device. I mean, you're in no rush to get anywhere. You go ahead and take your time and get this done. And that's, a tip there. So pretty much, I'm going to go ahead and go through Google and allow it to finish up doing that. Now, once it's done doing all it needs to do as far as updating the apps and installing the apps that it needs to on your phone, this is time what I would use to install any additional apps that I want right now. Again, coming from another device, if it hasn't already synced up with my account, and there's some apps I may want, this would be the time to do that. For example, if I want Google Play Music or anything like that, that would be a good time for me to install it there. I'm already here. Let's go ahead and get that set up. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it do its thing. All right, so right now it's done. Done updated. Done installed all the apps that needed to be installed, and I'm pretty much set and ready to go. So the next thing I recommend is go ahead and go into settings. There's two ways you can get into settings. The first way you can go about getting into settings is you can go ahead and scroll up to your app drawer and look for settings. Or the way I like to go through settings, and you're going to see me do this a lot because I just, used to doing that on my other Google devices, is I scroll down from the top of my notification bar, hit the settings wheel, and it'll take me straight to settings. So what I like to do is go ahead and scroll all the way down to where you see software update. Click on that. And here you're going to see where it says download update manually. Now I highly recommend you go ahead and do this next. The reason why, because I was setting up this device earlier, to get things set up. And I noticed that Samsung, it actually update each software individually. So instead of downloading the latest update that it needs to, it's going to download, let's say, the second update and the third update. So you're going to be going through each one individually. And again, this is why I say do this, on a weekend while you sit back chilling. So go ahead and hit download update manually. And you're going to search for an update. And then once you see that, hit install. And you're going to take a little bit to download your updates. And you're going to have a prompt at the bottom where it says you can install later. Install at a certain time. But first, I'm going to go ahead and install it now. So I'm going to install it. And again, this takes a little bit. All right, it's done installing and done rebooted, as you see right here. Going through its update. So immediately after it's done that, I go back to settings, I go there and do it again. Now you're gonna see the first time I click it, it takes it takes around to find the server. So I click it again, it actually communicates with the server. And sometimes it'll take a third time before it pops up. But once I do the third time, it'll pop up and you'll have the next update. So you're gonna keep doing this until you know when you're done. When you do that again, you click it and you hit check for updates. And it says latest update has already been installed, and it shows that you're up to date. Once you're done with that, then you're done with all of your updates. So yeah, if you go ahead and take care of doing that first, you'll be all set. And yeah, you're not going through your device, playing around with it, and being interrupted with a software update later. And plus, like I said, it's good to be on the latest software update if you can. So this is PC747 from thenextup.net. Thank you again for watching my video. Please leave your comments below, ways I can improve, as well as if you have anything, again, that you would like for me to cover in future videos, leave a comment below there. Thank you again for watching. Have a good day.